Welcome to Lady Cadence Island, and just like I promised, I have finished the Venice set within 1 week because, again, I have planned all through last month, saved up, and was preparing for this set. I have decided to put it behind my estate and summer house. I think it goes well with the style of these buildings already with their little turrets and their red roofs. I also like the farmers market with this set since they're selling things right along the edge of the canal here. So it goes along with that idea. We've got a bridge with a flower path going down into the farmers market, little luscious lemon trees on either side, and then that pathway goes all the way out. So it flows and makes sense. I've got tons of these pigeons here, the little boy chasing the pigeons. And the reason I've done that is they are worth a good amount of flowers. So that's why it's always good to boost up your flower count. I'll just give you a tour first, and then we'll talk through details. There's another little boy with the pigeons. I earned this one corner building here through secrets. I love that, especially how it connects so nicely with the cinema. I think I also won that with a previous secrets, and the jazz club was also a previous secrets reward. So I've changed things up a little bit back there with a little tower. I got this cute little newsstand. I believe that was from Detectives Needed recently. I pulled down a tower from the top half of my orchid and put behind there, and I did purchase the pizzeria. It was worth it to me. It was about $6, and it came with some extra goodies too, so that was worth it to me. Still have my ice cream truck here. We're just going to say it's gelato at this point because the pathway still leads down to the water park, so that part flows and makes sense still. And we've got a Botanical Bliss pavilion here. So this is the majority of my Venice set. Kind of an up-close version here. Now you'll notice from the last video when I was planning it, I actually had all of these buildings on the other side, and I had my amphitheater more highlighted on that side, but I felt like it looks much better just to tuck it in behind the main seasonal set items. And since I also have this corner building here now, which connects with tile, I thought that was a better fit. You'll notice I have a variety of tile here, not switched, but I'm alternating between the 3 flower count tile and the 10 flower count tiles. I already had some of those 10 flower count, plus this building, you'll see the edge of that is that same tile. So that way it feels like it flows better when I just kind of alternate between those tiles as if it was a pattern. You'll see that down here as well. This section is all the plain 3 tile pattern since it goes with the buildings. And of course these walls also go well with a set because they have that same tile. Then I've got my multi-tile pattern down here as well, you can see. One of the things I love about this set is these beautiful trees they have. They're flowering, which I love a flowering tree, and they're also worth 120 flowers, which is awesome. So I've actually tucked those in around in several places. Got another one here. I have one of the myrtles from last year's set up here too. Got one tucked in here. And the beautiful thing about these flowering trees, is that you can tuck them in such a way where you don't see the base. So I have one back here, and it looks gorgeous with this little flower shop, even though it's got the tile because you can't see that tile base. And I'm going to put another one in here. I'm going to purchase another one for there. All right, let's zoom out. I'll show you a bird's eye of the whole island. Now, a lot of this front is going to be the same, of course, as it was previously. I'm going to plan on keeping it basically the same. And then, of course, our new items from the Venice seasonal set. Now, the difference between how I'm doing this set versus July set is that these buildings actually go with a lot of other things. So I'm getting more duplicates than I did for the July set, because let's sneak up back here and see this townhouse is cute, but I didn't want repeats of it. I just don't find that to be as helpful. Now I did get a second one, but it's on another island. I have it on my Laurel Island, and I'm going to include that with my German set, which will be next month. But I didn't want to have a lot of repeats. The beautiful thing about the Venice set is that you can do repeats and it still looks good. Like, I'm going to show you what my plan is actually. I just need more coins here, but I'm planning on moving this one down. This one, I actually do have another one building. I have it building up here, although I don't plan on necessarily keeping it up here because it won't match as well. I had pulled down this tower from that section to just so I'd have a completed scene. But actually, let me show you real quick just how versatile these are. So this I can, if I get my second one, I can put right there and it looks like a nice completed building. So that's why having two of those looks great. I'm also planning on getting a second of these, and I'm going to put right down here, and let me show you how you can do this and then hide that water. So you don't see the water at all, and it just kind of looks like a little welcoming building into this whole section. And so it's fine to be repeated. So that, again, is what I love about this set, is you can repeat these buildings, and these are a great value. It's 1,000 flowers. That one's 800 flowers. So I find that really helpful to do. And that way I'm not wasting space. And I'm also combining a style where it ties together really nicely. It looks more complete and finished. So once this one finishes, my repeat of that building, I will switch this out and put it back. In fact, I'll probably do that now. I just wanted you to see what a completed look would be with the tower. So I'm actually going to move this over back to where it goes. If I can scoot it. Oh, good gravy. Now look what I've done. All right, let me zoom out. It's easier to scoot things when you've zoomed out. All right, so I'm going to put this here so it can be percolating. And that way it will look much more completed. And you'll notice this looks so much better up here to have this tower. Now, I've gotten a couple of these Starbucks items already, which is wonderful. I love it. These just add, again, a nice amount of greenery and beauty to different areas where you just need some more floral content. And then as it's tucked in here, you don't notice the wall aspect as much, but it does fit right in there to have a little bit of a wall. So I feel like that looks good there. And then, of course, I've got my other one. Oh, I actually don't have it down here. I had it here, which I think would look better, honestly, to have one there. I put this tower in there for now, which I like that as well. And this, again, is also a good one. It's 600, so that's a nice high flower count to put in places as well. This is part of the Venetian garden. It also looked nice to have that and the corner one here. I'm going to put this aside. This is originally how I had planned it. Let me just show you this really quick. If you offset these two garden areas with the walls with the completion price, yeah, this one's forward just a bit. I think that's really pretty look to it. I'm going to move this, stick my pizzeria back because that just connects really nicely with that as well. It also goes really well right here. See, that's just a really pretty welcome to this area. In fact, I might keep that there. And then let me see. The only thing is this does not go quite as well in this section. It still looks pretty though. So we might switch that up for now. And that looks nice. Now this section really hasn't changed. I will say the other thing is that this library with its columns and even this museum, those would actually really look good as well with a Venetian set because of their kind of the columns again, and the roof is it just goes along really well with just the style of that. See that little domed style there, and then the columns. Again, that would be a nice fit if you wanted to combine those with the Venetian set as well. So this, of course, is still my kind of a university campus, my Orchid Island. I called it my what did I call it? Not agricultural college. It was a School of Horticulture. That's what it is. The Orchid Island School of Horticulture, because you've got all these beautiful greenhouses and flowering things, and they study rare and gorgeous plants. We're just gonna say. And then, of course, my top part is more of the kind of neighborhood feel to it, school, all that good stuff. And this has not changed since my last video too much anyway. There's a few tiny little minor changes here and there. I did earn the cute little boat prize when they had their little camp contest. Most people were able to get that, and not too much else has changed up here. So it's all pretty much still the same. Pretty little space. And so that is my island. I do love this new section here. I do love having my cinema up here and all of this little area. This was a prize from the Memoirs, the Deja Vu store. I really like that one. I wasn't planning on getting it, but you know, I do think it looks nice with the cinema. And of course, again, the Secrets prize and the Detectives Needed prize. Oh, and also this cute little wishing well here. That was a Fairground Fortune prize just recently. So those are a lot of great additions. Now, I do plan on adding more of these trees. Again, remember, they're 120 for a single square item. It's so great. So I plan on adding another one of those up in this area. I need some more flowers for it, so we're going to add one. I believe I've got space over here, and then I'll add another one. Let's see where else we've got space. I think I might have some in here. Yep, right there. And of course, we'll keep it back where it belongs. But see, that is a great way to use space that you might not even see that you have, and then fill it with 120 flower count. You definitely want to be doing that. So I hope you have enjoyed the Venice tour, and let me just take another quick sneak peek here to see what I've got. I own everything. I will have doubles of the Cafe on the Water. I plan to have, of course, lots of the Venetian garden. I'm sorry, not the garden. I might get one more of those, but the cozy courtyard, because that's a Starbucks item. So I plan to use all of the ones that I can get. Lots of the Beauty and Blooms, and I will have 2 of the Vibrant Villas once I'm done. But everything else is owned, with the exception of the Too Many Flavors. I love that one. It's so cute. However, it is only available with diamonds, so I just don't see the worth of that. I don't want to spend 200 diamonds, and the chances are this will become a challenge reward at some point, so I think that's better. I do have the Wine O'Clock. I might have 2 of these. I think I just have 1. Those are, again, great because it's 150 flowers to tuck in behind a building where you don't see it, so you just have 1 visible, and then your repeats you can tuck in places and get more flower count that way and really make the most use of your space, because people are often asking how they can have pretty space that's not too crowded because they feel like their islands are just so crowded. You've got to make use of that hidden space. And then the space that's open, you can have just the green grass tiles and these lower count items to give you some breathing space for your eyes and make it look so much prettier. And use your paths, of course, to connect things. But that's really how I have the space, and I'm continuing to have no problem opening up items. And of course, I also am purchasing with coins these high flower count items. That is 2,400 flowers. This is 2,400 flowers. This greenhouse is 2,400 flowers. I will get multiples of the greenhouse. I will also get multiples of the playtime. I don't put them side by side because I think that looks really bad, but I'm going to have this a second one on my Laurel Island with my German set. I think will look adorable. And the greenhouse, I plan on putting one on most islands. It helps boost your flower count. It helps you bust through scenes to open up more space. So you definitely want to be doing that as you are building your islands up. So tucking things behind buildings that are worth high flower counts, single square items worth higher flower count. And then number two, of course, getting those high flower count 2 square items that are just beautiful and they match well. I only get one fire truck because I only have one firehouse, and I don't like the idea of stacking those up, but it looks adorable there right by the firehouse, so one of them is perfect. And again, I'll get multiples of the kids playing, put them on different islands, and I will get multiples of this greenhouse as well. So I hope that helps you guys think of ways that you can creatively decorate your island, but also be keeping in mind your flower count and how to continue progressing through all the scenes of June's journey. Thanks for visiting. Stop by again.